All you need to know about Fortified. Hey, and welcome to the crypto world, a channel where all we do is talk about crypto. Before we start, we want to let you know this video is not financial advice, and we're not financial advisors. So before investing any money, please do your own research. That being said, let's get into the video. Can you do anything to defend your own village, expand it, raise your own army, and above all, pocket the spoils of battles? If yes, and you want to play games like this, then perhaps you're going to love the latest game being launched by GALA Games, Fortified. There are literally no limits to how you can earn NFTs, own land, and defend your own village in 1,000 ways. Fortified lets the players use their strategic abilities to protect their village, the natives, and build an army that could fight the enemies. If you're someone who wants to go back to tribal times when the battles were not so quick, then perhaps you're going to love Fortified. Plus, not only can you get the spoils of war inside the game, but you can also own them permanently and even sell them as well. But wait a second, what is Fortified and how can you play it? What's its gameplay and how are you going to win NFTs and sell them? This is where you need to know every detail about Fortified, and that's why today you're going to find out all you need to know about Fortified. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to watch more amazing videos about the crypto and NFT gaming world. Let's get started with what is Fortified and what you get in it. Fortified is a PvP tower defense game by GALA Games, where the players have to defend their villages and even invade others as well. Fortified takes the players into another dark world where enemies and monsters are all around. No one knows exactly how the world is and where the enemies can be found. For that reason, players have to grow and start building groups that will ultimately lead to a small village. Once a small village has been made, the player can work as a tribal chief and make decisions about the village. This is where he needs to think about the security of the village because your enemy can come from any side at any time of the night. Hence, small buildings like cannon buildings, arrow buildings, and magical buildings can be made around the village to have a layer of protection. The game has been structured in such a way that the players can battle with each other's village to get the territory and the end-game assets that are actually NFTs. Due to the reason that anyone can invade your village, you also have to raise your own army and train them as well. You have to make your village ready for any battle that may occur at any time. Imagine the atmosphere in the past where people live in villages and work for their prosperity. They're strong, intelligent, and loyal to their village, and for that reason, they can fight to defend their village at any cost. But defending your own village is not the only thing you have to do to play the game. You're going to win NFTs only if you train your soldiers and invade other villages. This is how you'll be finding precious resources in the form of NFTs that you can use to expand your village as well. When you invade any village, you have to pass through its defense system until you get a hold of it. Then you can collect all the precious resources and do anything you want with the village. You can add that conquered village with yours and thus increase the size of your territory and number of soldiers. The game revolves around the concept of conquering or getting conquered. The loot and spoils of war will be your reward that can be used to build the very basis of your own village. The loot can contain NFTs in the form of precious things like gold, diamonds, or buildings that you'll seize. For example, you can invade and conquer a village and use its defense system for your own village. You can take its cannon buildings and arrow buildings and double the number of buildings you have in your village. Only that village can be a conqueror whose chief uses his intelligence to build buildings in such a way that his village is protected from any enemy. The first step will be to have enough resources to expand the village and construct important buildings for defense. Once you do so, you'll have enough resources at your disposal to start making some crucial decisions. And the decision would be like which building to build first, cannon building or arrow building? Or should the number of soldiers be increased? Should the village move to a safer place where there are mountains all around that serve as a natural defense? These are the decisions that would be made by you, and each decision will decide the fate of your village. You can create your own think tank inside the village and discuss the matters with them for advice. Ultimately, it would be you who has to be there always and work so that the village could grow and prosper. You can only grow and get richer only if your village gets richer as well. But how can players earn inside the game? This is the question everyone has in their minds. I mean, even if your village is expanding, how can you actually make money? Well, there are a number of ways you can pocket either in-game assets or land in the form of NFTs. Everything depends upon the invasion of the village by your army under your leadership. You're going to find valuables only if you invade other villages and hold their precious resources. All those precious resources will actually be NFTs that have real-world value. Those NFTs can be gold, diamond, pieces of land, and much more. The most valuable thing inside the game will be your land, the territory you will conquer. After invading another village, you can have control over it, which would mean expanding your territory. Once you do so, you start to convert your village into a bigger clan that can also turn into a small kingdom at one point. This means you have more land under your ownership than you can sell in the marketplace or inside the game as well. Therefore, the land is the most valuable thing you can find inside the game. On one hand, you'll be managing important affairs of your village, while on the other hand, you'll invade other villages and position your soldiers there as well. There are no limits to the things you can do in Fortified, hence, you can win rewards and earn money in any way you want. Just don't forget that you have to make your army strong so that no other village can invade yours and conquer it. If you think you can be a genius chief of your village who has tactical skills, then work for your village and make it prosper. The natives are going to love you for the things you will achieve for the village, and even for them individually. Just don't forget that your every decision is going to affect your village directly. Therefore, be careful when you decide. At the start, you'll have more limited resources that you can use on either military or to build defensive buildings, and this is where your intelligence can play a vital role to get consolidated for the battles ahead. If you are earlier finding a game where you can use your intelligence to experience the battles and earn money as well, Fortified is the one you should play. Did you know that you could build your entire village and an army in Fortified? Your army can help you find more NFTs that you can sell later on to earn money. Don't be shy. Comment right below in the comment section. Would you want to play Fortified and expand the size of your village to earn an empire? Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss more exciting videos about the crypto news and updates. Until the next video, stay tuned.